So Kashmere, thanks for sitting down with us. We'll start off the bat. How did you get into modeling?
I've been modeling since I've been little. My mom got me into modeling when I was like 7, 8, and I did that for almost until I was like 12, and then I stopped. And then when I turned 18, I was like, I really like modeling. I've always loved it. Let me like get into it. Let me take it over now and do it and see what I can do with it. And from there, I just been freelance modeling, trying to find opportunities to do photo shoots, different runway things. I did a couple runways with the model experience, and they just take you on a 3-day little experience on modeling. That you do makeup, you do photo shoots, and then you have the runway and you model people's brands. So that was like a really good experience for me. That got me out there a little bit. But I've always loved modeling, so it's just been like a true passion of mine.
Gotcha. So, like you said, there's runway, there's photo shoots. There's a lot of different aspects of modeling. Is there a certain lane that you really like more than another?
I love them all, but I love print. I love being behind the camera taking pictures.
Okay.
And runway, I love runway, but it's a little hard for me in runway because I'm 5'3", so I'm considered too short for runway. So that one's a little bit harder for me to get into, but I was told that they're changing I can get back into it, so I'm trying to learn how to get you can get your posture and everything to get to the height that you need to be to get it together, so I'm trying to learn that.
Gotcha. And what are some things that your average person who doesn't know much about modeling might what's an insider tip into the modeling world that people might not know about? Some skills that people might, because I know runway is not just walking on a runway.
Right.
There's more that goes into it.
It's a technique to it. That it's not easy, first off, because when me going back into it at 18, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done this, I can, but it's not. It's I'm still learning to this day, and you're always going to be learning different things. My manager's getting me into runway coaching, and that's going to teach me more techniques, because there's ways you have to walk, ways your arms have to move, your body can't never turn away from the crowd, and there's just so many different methods and techniques you have to learn in order to be the top model.
Gotcha. So in terms of some influences, what are some people, not per se models, but some people in general that you look up to, some inspiration?
I really love Drea Michelle. She's a model. She has her own company, so she models her own company as well. And I just feel like that's just so empowering, because it's you have your own business and you're modeling it, and you're able to empower women to be able to do that also. And on the other side of non-modeling, Cardi B, always.
Okay. What are some things about Cardi?
She's just so herself. She's not afraid to be herself. She's not afraid to let people know, this is me, and you're going to take it or you're not going to take it. And if you're not, then just it is what it is.
Gotcha, for sure. So you talked about brands and how you work with different brands as a brand ambassador, per se. What kind of is that?
Brand ambassador it depends. You can be doing brands for anything, clothing, makeup. So it just depends on what actual brand it is. But clothing, they can be sending you products. You might buy a couple products from them, and you model them, post them on your social medias, promote them, basically trying to get more people to go towards that brand and want that brand because you have it, or you're showing them this is the brand that I should want. There's something about this that's unique, or something that they have something that another brand doesn't have.
Gotcha. What are some brands that you're working with currently?
Right now, I'm working with J.M. Moore Lashes, and I don't have them in right now, and I have her lashes. So I found her through Instagram, and she hit me up. She sent me her lashes, and basically I just, when I wear them, I'll post her, tag her in it, tell people this is the lashes to wear, this is the way to go, just sort them that way. And then also, my best friend has a brand. It's Cash Entertainment, and I basically wear their beanies, wear their clothes, and all of that, and just tell people this is a new brand, and this is a Vegas brand that's coming up. So it's a little more trying to show people LA how I'm here. I'll wear a beanie, maybe show you this is a Vegas brand, just promotions, getting it around.
Gotcha. So speaking of Vegas, You grew up there, correct?
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Vegas. Shout out to Vegas.
Yes.
So Can you tell us a little bit about like that whole scene, just growing up there, what that was like? Because this is mainly a New York City audience,
Right, this
so we
is
don't
completely different.
Right.
Like when I got here, I was just completely just blown away. But Vegas is, it's not what everyone claims it to be. Like everyone does not live on the Strip. There we have homes. There's different. It's not a very big city compared to here. It's very small. Like there's North Las Vegas, there's Summerlin, but it's very close together. And if you're on the Strip, that's where all the 24-hour happen. That's where the 24-hour action is. Like the gambling, all the clubs, everything that you could think of is on the Strip. Off the Strip, it's more like, regular living. Like things are still 24 hours, but it's more like how the living you think about in other states. Like how people don't think like, oh, they're Vegas, they live regular. No, we do live regular.
Gotcha. So that's they're calmer parts there.
Yes,
Gotcha.
It's not just the Strip.
And speaking of clubs, you host events. That's what I saw that you and at least Honeybees Entertainment does some of that hosting.
Right. Yes. We hosted clubs. We've hosted a club in Riverside, excuse me, and also in Las Vegas, but I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact club. But I know Dre's is a club to go to. Tal, if you're ever in Vegas, those two top clubs. And if you're in there in the summertime, the beach clubs are always lit.
Got you, like Marquee.
Yes.
Club.
So look.
Yeah, because it's actually interesting. In New York, that's where they started the strategic group. So
wow.
Marquee was started here, and then they
transferred everywhere.
Yeah,
okay.
and now it's like a worldwide brand. They have Marquees in Australia. And
wow.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, the beach clubs are really lit in Vegas during the summer.
There's One Oak there too. I don't know if you've been to One Oak in Las Vegas. They have the one in the city as well.
No, I've never been there, but I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah. So what are some things that go into hosting? Like, how do people kind of get into that lane? Because I know it's very popular.
I know with hosting, I'm still trying to, get up there, because one thing that you have to have with hosting, your follower base and your people have to be up there. Like you have to, like your followers have to be skyrocket in a way.
Gotcha.
And hosting, you just like pumping up the party. You're getting people to want to come to the party. You want to, be interacted, turn up. Like you're keeping the party going. Like with the DJ, so you're hosting it. You're keeping the DJ pumped up, keeping them wanting more. Like keeping the crowd lit.
In terms of like you're doing a lot of different things. Like what is maybe a typical day like in the life of Kashmere? Take us maybe through like when you're not in New York, just not traveling, what are some things that you're doing?
Well, I do go to school. I go to UNLV.
Okay.
I'm studying criminal justice. So I'm doing school. Trying to do more online classes so that I'm able to travel more. So if I'm not doing school, I'm just hanging out with friends, practicing my modeling. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm starting up, so I'm learning how to be talking to the camera more, because that was very hard for me, because I feel like I'm talking to myself. It's very weird. So I'm trying to learning that, getting the hang of YouTube, trying to get more familiar with more content that I'm going to be posting. So I'm just doing a lot of research right now.
Can you tell us more about your YouTube channel?
Well, my YouTube it's called Everything Kashmere. And it's basically, I'm doing vlogs, I'm doing girl talks, reviews, basically anything, and I'm doing suggestions. So I want to take what people want to also see from me, do maybe talks. I want to have talks when girls come and we talk about subjects that most people don't want to talk about, or things that it's like hard to talk about that people want to talk about. Vlogs, like I have a vlog that's up right now, my first video. It's a behind the scenes shoot with me I did at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. And it's, just like behind the scenes shoot, like how I act behind the scenes. I'm very goofy, and just like a one-on-one of how it is with Kashmere.
Gotcha. So I wanted to just ask you, like, I talked about it earlier with Honeybees, but what are some things, some tips that you want to maybe give to someone who's trying to become a model, since you've learned through the years you've been doing it?
Just first, be yourself. Don't try to, you could take off from other people, but be yourself, because that's what's going to make you unique in this industry, because everyone's trying to be so much of the same. It's just like, where's the uniqueness? So be unique, be yourself, and don't give up, because you're gonna get no's, you're gonna get knocked down a million times, but you gotta get back up and be more strong and be like, I'm gonna do this, I could do this, and I'm gonna be the one, the model or the person or whatever it is that you want to be.
Gotcha. And speaking of things you're going to do, what are some goals and things you're working on in the coming up in the near future?
Like I said, my YouTube, I'm trying to get that skyrocket. I really want to get that more going. I want to get it very known, and also getting out there with my manager. I want to travel. I really want to just travel, see everywhere, model everywhere, just.
So we have a G5 and we're going anywhere in the world. Where would you want to go to model right now?
I would want to go to Paris.
That's a good answer. Paris is.
Yes, and I want to take pictures right by the Eiffel Tower.
Okay. What is like second on the bucket list?
I really want to go to the Caribbeans. So like down over there, maybe Jamaica.
Gotcha. And that's because you've already been to New York, right? You don't gotta,
Yeah, I would say check this one off the bucket list.
Yeah.
This was definitely one on the.
Is this your first time here?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm born and raised in Vegas, so I don't really travel the world so I've always dreamed of coming to New York. So this is really like a dream come true, really.
Gotcha.